I thought I'd make a short video showing the progress I've made on this Wiki robot from the Jason of the Star Command series from late 70s. I believe it was a kid's show on Saturday morning. Uh, I designed this in Fusion 360, or I guess they call it Fusion now. It's got an N20 100 RPM motor in it. This is just the initial working version. I've still got a few things to do. One of the things I got to do is move a power switch if I can get to it. Here it is walking. Show a little bit of the feet working. The cranks there. I'll turn it off now. Got to move that switch for sure. Can't get to it. I'm not done with it by any means, and obviously I am not a painter. I just painted it with some, I don't know, craft paint I had. And the Wiki was done badly with a Sharpie. So were these black spots down here. This was done with a silver Sharpie. I made it from the video clips I found on YouTube. I used human hand as a scaling factor, so who knows where I'm at on the scaling, and it's a pretty hit and miss proposition to get the measurements off of it. You try to find a picture that best represents some feature you're looking at and some known measurement you've already figured out or you think you figured out, and then go from there. But I'm sure it's off in many places, but it looks kind of like it. Things I've got to do to finish it. This has got to be closed up so you can't see this, and the frame here will be black, so it kind of all disappears in there like it does on the TV show version. The legs have some features that I haven't put in yet, so I've got to finish doing those. It's hard to say. It looks like on the video that these legs were made out of a machined aluminum bar stock or something. Maybe they put like little strips of white plastic on it, styrene to something to dress them up. So I've got to figure out what I'm going to do there. The back, I really couldn't find any good images of the back. I could tell there was something back here, but what it really was, I couldn't tell, so I went with this. There's more than one version of this thing in the video clips. For instance, this feature here is not on some of them at all. There's one shot where it shows pretty decent details of the back, but it's not this version. These aren't even on there. There's a little flashing LED that goes here. There's something here, I don't even know what it's supposed to be. It's a little post that sticks out here. I got to put that in. I just left a hole for it since it's a different color. What else? Well, like I say, I have a lot to do to finish it. Now I'll show you what's inside of it, to mess what's inside of it. My body's held on by 2 screws. I got that screw hole that threads into the wrong dimension. I have to fix that. In the final version, I'll use 3mm by 12mm screws. I have a short one in there for this reason. To get it to walk more smoothly, I put some weight in the front. These are just lead fishing weights. I think in the next version, I'm going to try to move the battery around so I can get rid of those. I either put the battery up on top where I can move it back and forth, or I may try to put it here laying down like this. One of the reasons it walks kind of stuttering is because of balance is a little off. I'll show it working with the body off. No place to put your fingers on this thing. It's really hard to get in there to turn it off. Not sure where I'm going to put that switch, but it's not going to stay there. There's a lot of hot glue on it now. The motor is held in by hot glue. I'll design some type of clamp for that. I haven't figured that out yet. These weights hopefully will be gone. I'll probably put the switch up here in this corner. I don't know where else to put it. It's a little better position than back here. I printed it with my Bamboo Lab A1 Mini. It's got exceptionally good print quality for a FDM printer, I think. These shafts on a normal FDM printer, they would be a lot of ridges on there. It just wouldn't look very good. But these are really smooth. It really surprised me. And the body looks pretty decent, I think, for a filament printer. I printed it with supports right in here and under here, but all this was just bridged. You can see I have a shaft coming through gears. There's a square post. The shaft has a square post on the end. It times itself with the gear. And then a square post here, a smaller one, to accept this crank. The timing on this is fairly critical. These gears and this gear have to be in certain relation to one another, and so that their teeth mesh, and that this distance right here will remain the same when the teeth mesh. Otherwise, if I would have put a different gear in there, but it would want to squeeze them together or pull them apart. So that has to be figured out. What else do I want to say about it? Just 3 AA batteries and a little switch. I think that's about all I wanted to show. I'll turn it on again, let it walk. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching.